Hi guys, how many of you can identify the man you see on the screen now? How many of you, I'm sure some of you must have seen this man, and some of you as well, especially if you're a Nigerian, you definitely will know a little bit of who this man is all about. And are you a Nigeria diaspora? Definitely you will know this man. This is Mr. Peace Oyeman, the CEO of the AirPeace Nigeria. Today we shall be talking about the aviation industry and how Nigerians are helping to shape the future of the aviation industry right there in Nigeria and across the globe. Okay, once again, last week I released a video. I basically was talking about the significance of the Dangote refinery in Nigeria, which is currently located in Lagos. Then how we can all support Dangote on his mission to be able to make this refinery work right there in Nigeria. Today, this is another episode of what we are talking about, some of the challenges that the Nigerians are facing all over the world. But before I proceed, I would like to play a piece of my song, which I've released recently, and they talk about some of the challenges that the Nigerians and the Nigeria people, and as well as the Nigeria companies, and as well as the Nigeria entrepreneurs, they are facing across the globe today. But honestly, just listen to that song.
Nigeria struggles, Nigeria struggles, Nigeria struggles, Nigeria struggles. In the days of old, when we began this hustle, back in 2017, as raised the gun, turning paralyzed and set so free. My brother, it has a bit easy. A weakness cast their soul in suffering. Lost the spread on shore of tomorrow's suffering. Frugal foundations are rose because of hope to hit this nation where this place are go. The memory flow back of our dear Nigeria. Under attack, why do people still suffer in this land? Amidst this oil wealth, we fail to understand. The memory flow back of our dear Nigeria. Under attack, why do people still suffer in this land? Amidst this oil wealth, we fail to understand. We fail to understand. We fail to understand. Tell me why people still suffer in this land. Amidst this oil wealth, we fail to understand. We fail to understand.
Yeah. Once again, as we gradually dive into this topic, the aviation industry, how Nigerians are basically helping to shape the future of the Nigeria community and as well as the entire globe. We will be looking at the prospects the average Nigerians they've been able to make in the aviation industry and the challenges too they have faced over the years. I hope you like that song, but I'm going to explain a bit of that song to you later on, but we need to just dive into the subject so that we'll be able to explain a little bit more, and then we carry on from there. Yes, that's Mr. Frugal. If you see me the first time, honestly, I will suggest that you should be current here to get most of the vital informations, as usually will come from my personal self here. And I also be hoping to, it's not just watching what I do, but try as much as possible to share, because the information we discuss here is about Nigeria as a country. It's about the future of Nigeria people. It's about the challenges that Nigeria industries they face all over the world. So, which, of course, you know, we're talking about today. Now, I just highlighted, there's a picture you saw on the screen, the CEO of the AirPeace Nigeria, Chief Oyeman. This guy is such a wonderful guy, such a wonderful entrepreneur. We can see what this guy has been able to do since the establishment of the AirPeace airline and what is he currently doing today. Now, we have these situations where you want to basically travel to Nigeria and you go to the ticket site to get your ticket, and one of the things you face is that the price of securing a flight ticket to Nigeria is extremely too absurd, that if you will compare that to other similar countries like South Africa or like Ghana, then you will find out that Nigeria is paying twice more than other nationals would have paid to countries who are of the same distance, or who are within the distance even farther than Nigeria as a country. I think this has been playing for a very, very long time, and one of the reasons why all these incidents has been playing up and Nigeria has been marginalized, Nigeria has been squeezed financially when it comes to international financial benefits, international transport benefit. We do not get all those things. It's because first of all, Nigeria has not been able to build its own national airline to cater for the need of its people. This is not to say an attempt for Nigeria to do this as a country is not there, but it's always like all these issues, political issues, that will not allow the thing to work, and which I always will describe as failure of a community and as well as the government as a whole. Now, what we are seeing is individuals gradually springing up from every side, taking advantage of the opportunities that the federal government of Nigeria has not been able. They are utilizing that. But the good thing is that under these circumstances, we are seeing the government of Nigeria directly throwing their weight behind these individuals. They understand the importance and the advantage that these individuals who are not gradually infiltrating into the airline industry, the advantage and the benefit of this whole innovation it can bring to the Nigeria community. So now, what I want to say here is that we saw the CEO of the AirPeace, which is Peace Oyema, and who recently came out, was speaking from the Channels television about the benefit, what the AirPeace running the UK airline or running the UK routine is going to mean to the Nigeria people, and having started running, and the benefits, the immediate benefits that has provided to the Nigeria people and to the Nigeria community, and as well as those who are running day-to-day businesses to Nigeria. So he speaks about the business class, how much it would have cost if we were to board other airline, and he also speak about the advantage of those who are flying the economy line and how much it would have cost. And you can see comparably that within this very short space of time, that Nigerians has been able to save millions and millions of money, and which I think to Peace Oyema, he's not just a business entrepreneur. This guy, as I can see, he is very, very charitable, and he's doing his own charitability in a commercial sense. Okay, so we can tell within 3-4 months that through the AirPeace airline, Nigerians and Nigeria community has been able to save billions and billions of naira just because of this innovation, that a Nigerian who now own an airline, who is able to fly from Nigeria to UK. And you can imagine, and the question now is, how has this been? How has this been? Why is it that Nigerians would have paid as twice more to go to Nigeria compared to their counterpart, which is supposedly Ghana or South Africa? And these countries, they are even more farther than as we would have traveled to Nigeria. But Nigerians, they paid twice more. And why was that? And I think the reason for that, like I've always said, Nigeria has not been able to build a kind of united community that allow him to be able to make a unanimous decision as for what they want and where their future will go, and what they need and what they don't need. This is the essence of disunity, among communities, and which has led to the Nigeria failure today. But we are very hopeful, because having seen people like Peace Oyema and other people who are currently springing up and taking the bold step, and having seen how the Nigeria communities has been marginalized, and they try to do something about it. I think it's a very, very good step. And we are also seeing the challenges that the AirPeace airline is facing, having to travel to the UK routine. So I think I'm going to play a video so that you can explain, you can see to yourself where the challenges them are and the benefits, this is currently providing to Nigeria community. So just watch this video.
It's a very devilish conspiracy. All of a sudden, people are airlines are underpricing. That is below the cost.
That's in the space of 1 month.
Yes, not up to a month. One other airline was advertising $100, another one $305, $350. This, if you fill up the entire aircraft and carry people on the wings, it's not even enough to buy your fuel. So why are they doing that? Their governments are supporting them. Because Nigeria has been a cash cow for everybody. Their governments are supporting them.
They come here, they fleece the country, and they even have opportunity to fly just around the country.
Yes.
The way you will not, as a
their country,
you're not doing that.
So their governments are supporting them to do this and take AirPeace out. The idea is to take AirPeace out, and the moment they succeed in taking AirPeace out, Nigerians will pay 20 times over. Once again, it's going to happen if, God forbid, they're able to take AirPeace out. Because what is happening now is scary. And of course, even in Gatwick where you are you given 100% cooperation? Let me tell you this. On the first day, on the inaugural flight out of London, 24 hours to the time, they moved us to another check-in area other than the place assigned to us. The place they gave us, the carousel was not working. So when you check in people, you need to manually carry the load to go to 50 meters away to go and drop it somewhere else, just to delay you. No other airline faced that.
Frustrate your operation.
Exactly, no other airline faced that.
And the fact that
they can even use your ground handlers.
They didn't even allow you they didn't permit you to land in Heathrow. To operate in Heathrow.
Of course, that one is, they will tell you no slot. Even Gatwick, when we got to Gatwick, we now said, okay, let us take Gatwick. They say, oh, no slot available. When we pushed and pushed, they gave us scattered slots. Today, 3 p.m., next day, 2 a.m., the next day. Who does that?
So did you see that? Did you see how much benefit, instant benefit? Now, what we are saying, we are also seeing the airline, those who have squeezed Nigeria for so long, and those who have taken advantage of Nigeria disunity and not be allowed Nigeria to have their national airline, and not be allowed the Nigerians themselves to take advantage of the aviation business as it should be for decades. They are fighting back, and you can see, as the CEO, I mean to say, is currently agitating how a lot of all these airlines are now underpricing. So what this means is that I think Nigeria is like a threat to the global community, and sometimes you are trying to find out why, and you just can't really comprehend why. Because honestly, I live in the UK here, and I can see a lot of huge economic benefit Nigerians themselves, they are providing to this economy, and I see no reason why we intend to come up with something that we think is going to benefit us, and other factors will be there, capping into our disunity and making sure that whatever we bring to the market never works. And that's what we are seeing here. What we are seeing here, we are seeing all this airline who has been pricing the Nigeria routine, and who has been charging Nigerians as twice more compared to their counterpart. And they are now coming to reduce their prices at a disproportionate level. And you can understand what this means. I think one of the things I want to say here is that do not be fooled, just like the CEO have just advised. So check what is reasonable. It doesn't even matter whether the price of AirPeace or other competitors are better at this time, but I think what we think is fair is that I will encourage you to please patronize your own, irrespective of the circumstances. So I'll be so proud flying AirPeace to Nigeria, from UK. I think that's the pride of Nigeria as it is today. But what we are saying is that we are seeing systematic approach to frustrate this airline from flying from UK. So one of the things that usually happen is that all those systematic policies are put in place, and which becomes unbearable for this airline to fly. And without much support from the Nigeria community or from the Nigeria government. And one of the things you see is that this airline over time got frustrated and will be out of the business. And this is what we are saying. But I think with this current administration, backing this this initiative of Nigerians who want to take advantage of the airline multi-billion companies and throwing their weight behind them, you can see how this whole thing is changing. Okay, so like you see how he was explaining the challenges, AirPeace and how Nigeria senator or minister were able to step in to tell them, listen, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, we're going to replicate, we're going to do the same thing as you are doing to us here. Actually, unless we have a situation where we are able to take a bold stand and where we are able to get our brothers, our sisters, our government to throw their weight behind us, we will just be lacking. And I must also praise this minister who Festus Keyamo, who was able to come in to weigh in. Actually, you could see the billions and billions of naira Nigerians has been able to save through just this decision. And this is what we expect our government to do all the time. So the thing is, we might have our own differences. We may have come from different parts of Nigeria, but honestly, when it comes to a national issue, we should deal with it nationally. So we can even go back home and fight. But in as much as this is a national issue, and it's an issue that have to do with international matters, we must unite as one community. And I believe this is what we have seen here. But I want to say kudos to AfricaSocialIntellect, kudos to this current administration, President Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you very much for this initiative. And also be aware there are millions and millions of Nigerians entrepreneurs who are in different sectors of businesses. And similar thing as you are seeing it now, it equally happens to them. So we want you to please look into some of these areas and see how you can be able to address some of these issues. Okay, that's what it means. But I want to say thank you very much. And we are seeing the benefits of the AirPeace into the UK markets, and we are very, very happy. And one of the things I witness is that we have millions and millions of Nigerians who live in diaspora. Okay, and these people, they travel, most of them, they travel every day. Some of them, they travel weekly. Okay, now the question you always ask is that most of the food served in this airline are not even Nigerian made foods. And the question is it that Nigerians, they cannot be able to provide food for their people, or Nigerian food industries, they are not really qualified enough in order for their food to be served, using this airline? Because you can see, as far as this route is concerned, because the major customers using all these airline flight to Nigeria, they are Nigerians themselves. Because sometimes you board a whole airline going to Nigeria, you can only see a few other tribes in there. You can see a few Indian, few white people there, but majority of these people, they are Nigerians. And why is it that Nigerians themselves, they patronize this airline, but yet their food is not even served? It's not even served in all this airline. And I'm sure that's another advantage you can find, fly with the AirPeace. And I am sure many of us who took that flight, we can see the benefit. And I'm sure the amala is even shared there, the jollof rice is shared there, all the food, all the Nigeria dishes are there. So the thing is, we can either encourage other airlines to do that, or we can also go and, because of our food, our recipes, travel through this airline, and somehow this will force those other airlines to also to have a look at the Nigeria product and also patronize the Nigeria local food, and I'm sure it's going to be okay, because oftentimes I take a flight and I'm seeing they're sharing Indian curry, rice, things like that. I'm listening. I said we're not even used to all this kind of food. Not really. The Nigerian food are so good in such that if you were just on the street, you cannot just go and use your money to buy some of those food you consume on it, using this airline, traveling to Nigeria. So I will also be looking at way to look into this area, the food industry, the Nigeria food industry, how we can patronize them using, considering the aviation industry as a whole. But this is not just a routine going to from UK to Nigeria. We're also talking about the Nigerians who are flying through other routines, going to America, going to other countries in Europe, going to Asia, going to China, and all that. Because I think there should be a need where we have to look into this area and see how we can also patronize the Nigeria food industry. And now we have seen the reach of the AirPeace across the globe, and we are thinking that this is not even enough. And one of the things we could do, we can also throw our weight behind this initiative by ensuring that other local Nigeria flights are also reaching other parts of the world, because economically this is bringing money to Nigeria and saving Nigerians millions of nairas. Okay, so I hope you love this information as we gradually share it with you. But honestly, I want to say once again, thank you. If you're watching me the first time, like I said earlier, I am MrFrugal. I have done a lot of humanitarian work across different states in Nigeria, but currently I think we are over 16 different states in Nigeria, supporting vulnerable communities, empowering youth across community, and training people in different skills and empowering them through financial support, material support, and every other aspect of humanitarian work. Honestly, I hope you will be able to go back there and see what we do, and information about who we are, what we do, is on our website, as you can see here on the screen. So I want to say thank you so much once again for those of us who are innovative Nigeria entrepreneur, who want to do everything within our reach to promote Nigeria community, to promote Nigeria businesses. Honestly, if you are there watching me right now, we know being in Nigeria is not easy. It's a lot of challenges, it's a lot of struggle. And you can even see the AirPeace himself, Prince Oyema. This airline that you're seeing, it's been bought by individual funds. When these people go to international markets to secure loan, it's almost like impossible for you to secure those loans to buy all these assets. And this is what it means to be Nigeria. It means that you have to work as 10 times more than every other race on this earth to become somebody in life. And this is why we are talking about the Nigeria struggle. The Nigeria struggle is not a joke, and I'm sure if you live in Nigeria, you understand what I'm talking about. And if you live abroad, you also understand what I'm talking about. This struggle is just too much. But honestly, we want to say kudos to these Nigerians that are currently doing well today. To mention a few, we're talking about the Prince Oyema, of course. We're talking about Chief Aliko Dangote. I have mentioned on my previous video. Then we're talking about Mike Edomelu. We're talking about all these guys that are actually currently doing well in Nigeria. And we want to say thank you, kudos to you. And honestly, in as much as this channel is concerned, we want to always acknowledge your strength and your achievement. And again, whatever you achieve today is a hope to the upcoming Nigeria, to the young Nigerians, to be able to put their way up. And we also want to say kudos to the Nigeria government at this stage. We know it's very challenging managing Nigerians. Please, promoting national unity is going to be one of the best factor to be able to bring all these problems together, to solve all these problems. I mean to say, understand the fact that we all come from one Nigeria with different tribes, different languages. We understand our differences, okay? But having to build leadership education, something that bring people together to understand, irrespective of their tribe, religion, their faith, we are one people and we want to be one Nigeria. We can understand. We are seeing it all over the world where our divisiveness has led us to. It has not made us to progress as a nation, but it has destroyed us. But it's actually the time to start to unite together and build a profound community. That's Mr. Frugal. I'm sure you enjoyed this piece of video. Please do not forget to share or subscribe to our channel where you can get most of this important news. And I hope you enjoy it, and bye for now.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.